The Bruce Protocol VO2max test by Melanie Eula. Test selection. I chose the Bruce Protocol treadmill test. The reasons for it was because the time required to complete the test worked for my client. The other reason was the equipment was available that I needed and there was no expense required. The average athlete with minimal running experience fell perfect with my client, as well as having no cardiovascular risks. This test was an indirect test using a formula rather than expensive equipment. Pre-test instructions. I reviewed the client's risk classification screening information. It showed there's no contraindications for testing. It was also negative for cardiovascular disease risk. Informed consent document was complete and reviewed with my client. The exercise testing procedures were fully explained to my client as well. What I stated was this test is being performed to obtain an estimate of your cardiorespiratory fitness. The objective is to work to a maximal effort level. However, this test can be stopped at any time. The rating of perceived exertion was thoroughly explained to my client. Test protocol. The protocols for this test was a maximal exercise test, work to complete exhaustion, treadmill speed and incline were increased every 3 minutes. The length of the treadmill is the test score. During the test, the heart rate, blood pressure, and ratings of perceived exhaustion are collected often. Collected data. The distance that my client ran was 1.5 miles. The time it took to run this distance was 14 minutes, 38 seconds. The VO2 max was 36.5. The stage was 45. The miles per hour was 5.0. The grade was 18.0. And the age of my client was 38. The Bruce Protocol formula that I used was for the men. And the result of this formula was 36.69. Results and interpretation. The VO2 max resulted at 37, which is fair for a 38-year-old male. He is at the low end of the fair scale. I suggested that a cardiorespiratory fitness program would be beneficial to him.